playing dramatic music.
Maybe, possibly, hopefully.
It's actually kind of inappropriate for like the start of a show. So I'm going to stop it, and I think I'm going to play this because it's cute. I think. And charming and endearing. Is it? Anyway, hello! 'Tis us. We've got the... Yeah, this is good. We've got the crew of the Glove Molotov here playing yet another session with Stars Without Number, and there's something going on. But I think this music is nice and appropriate to greatly mislead our viewers as to the tone and intent of what's happening here. So,
Make it stop.
Once upon a time, the party were going to do a heist. Dear sweet Darius had murdered a man in a back alley and obtained a blood sample, so that Dr. Charles could use his breathtakingly impressive psychic powers to transform his body into him on a molecular level. Meanwhile, Lucky made a very reckless modification to a railgun and installed it on the roof 4 years later. Finally, Tim saw fit to infiltrate an office building and installed a back door to project some very unpleasant anti-government propaganda on the route that a convoy was taking. That convoy needs to be broken into, stolen from, and escaped from without anybody knowing any burglary has occurred. However, the best laid plans very, very quickly go away. Let's see how this one works. It's called Haunted. Okay. Cut to when the heist actually began. Catalina and Lucky were poised on an overpass with their long-range and extremely powerful weapons prepared to make a lot of loud gun-type noises should the need arise, while the rest of the party stood on the steps of a church, its doors closed, preparing for the convoy to pass them by. As it approached the block, Dr. Charles used his abilities to transform Darius into a copy of his old manager from back in the day by the name of Mata Shadi, now deceased. As the convoy rounded the corner, Pym began to display the propaganda up on the screen as Mata stepped out and demanded the convoy stop as a matter of grave urgency. The convoy slowed upon seeing somebody that they were familiar with, but they had been given strict orders not to stop. They rolled down a window and yelled, "Mata, what are you doing? Get out of the road!" To which Darius, concerned that his plan would not work, instructed Loki to fire. And he did so. He fired through the balcony of the church. That shot then went through a plant pot and the other side of the balcony, and a tower block, and another tower block, and impacted one of the external perimeter walls of the city. Finally coming to a stop after flying completely unabated and unobstructed for about 500 meters. At this point, with dust and debris and the sound of a very big explosion going off, the convoy acquiesced, and to secure Mata's safety, allowed him to jump into the cab of the lorry, and they made a break for it across the intersection that the railgun fired down, for lack of a better option, or really anywhere to turn the truck around. Um, Chris, you are making a lot of noise.
Sorry, I'm just moving to the computer now.
Oh, good.
My bad.
Catalina, seeing an opportunity, used her sniper rifle and an open fire on one of the rear tires of the convoy. This additional fire prompted Darius's loud shouts of "We need to stop! I need to get into the back of the vehicle to actually have some weight." So, less than a block away, the convoy has pulled over, and all military personnel have leapt out of their vehicles and are adopting a defensive perimeter around the now stationary convoy. Darius, still in disguise, has stepped out of the cab and has instructed one of the technicians who was sending a drone to investigate who was doing the shooting to accompany him to the back of the vehicle, apparently with the intent of getting the drone to carry away Primal's core containing the data he may be trying to steal. The other technician is sending his drone to the intersection and is investigating, while Catalina and Lockie pack down from their perch and attempt to relocate to somewhere else. As all this was happening, Pym, Dimitri, and Dr. Charles remained on the church steps, just kind of watching in stunned silence as what was supposed to be a nice, quick, and easy heist has rapidly turned into a war zone. And that is where we are right now. And we will begin with Darius. You have stepped into the back of this semi-trailer, and before you, it is almost entirely dominated by a server. About the first half of the semi-trailer seems to contain a server and the means to power it. Just set up, it's happily humming and whirring and running away. What do you do?
I'm going to flick it on and log in.
Oh god,
Okay.
you are so quiet for me.
Am I?
Yep.
You might need to turn me up because...
No, all good, I have. That's better.
You approach the server. It seems to have a means of interface already present. You wave your hand over a holographic projector, and a holographic screen and keyboard both spring to life in front of you, and you reach forward to attempt to interface. Please roll me a computer's check.
Yep. Oh. I've got... Ah, there's my other dice box. Sorry.
Okay.
A 4 and a 5. So 9, 13. And a
Okay.
1.
You are able to, in your classic Darius fashion, easily bypass the security measures on the server, and you are in. Now, when you received the job from the immersion, they basically sent you a series of like specific file locations, like the equivalent of desktop pictures, blah blah blah. So you have a series of certain locations on the server where they want all of the information contained within, but you don't actually know what this server does. So what do you want to do first?
I'm going to check the first file on the list myself. And see what it is.
The first file on the list, as you investigate it, it seems flagged as master key.
I've taken that one.
Mm-hmm. It is what they were after. You see that and begin to implement the download for that.
Yep, and we'll go to the next in similar fashion. Check
Okay.
what it is.
You
before
check.
Passing through to Primal.
You check the next one, and it says distribution distribution patterns. And as you check, you see that inside this folder is a wide variety of detailed maps for cameras all throughout the city.
Okay. I'll just start moving everything across to Primal.
Okay, you just start going through, transferring everything that they have asked you to obtain, and start dumping it onto Primal.
Yep. I'll have a glance at them, and if anything in particular makes me go, oh shit, I will stop and study it a bit.
Okay. Just roll me a perception check. As you're, like, blasting through, being all like, gotta get it all, gotta get it all.
The double threes, so my perception is not as good. But, hang on. I'm just trying to get my character sheet up, but everything's fucking lagging on my computer. So my perception's a 0 and my wisdom. Is it wisdom or intelligence?
It's wisdom.
Yeah, 0 as well.
Okay.
So straight 6.
You are just blasting on through, aren't spending enough time really paying attention to anything to properly, like, internalize it. You're just in the zone going, yep, okay, let's get all this stuff. Meanwhile, so just actually before we go away, Darius, how much attention are you paying to your surroundings as you're doing this?
Considering I've got internal comms that I'm basically just passing everything through, I would imagine I would have to be waiting to see the moment my ruse has dropped.
Okay. So
I'd be expecting it.
So you are doing your best to listen out for your surroundings. I'd say while a 6 in terms of perception wasn't enough to hear the sound of or to see any information, it's still good enough to have heard one of the soldiers in the vehicle outside say, "Call in air support now."
All right. I'm going to pause what I'm doing and just send along to Lockie and just say, Lockie, I'm pretty sure you've got fighter jets on the way.
How far were we from fully dismantling the railgun?
Make me a combat gunnery roll with dexterity.
I rolled an 11 plus.
At this point, with all of the with the time that Darius has been spending, like just quickly blasting through, you're probably mostly or completely done packing it down at this point. Are you taking the mount with you as well, or just taking the gun and leaving the mount behind?
Well, I mean, if it was just packing down the railgun, it's pretty much taken off the stand. I imagine I would have been taking down the gun the mount as well.
What about the sniper? Because I was packing that down as well.
The sniper's probably a much quicker job to break down than the mount. It's probably just crack open the case, break it up into its 4 largest pieces, and place them inside. So you're done with the. Actually, you know what? You should also make a roll me combat energy with Dex.
Pretty good. Let me just check my stats, which I definitely have up and prepared. That's a lie. Give me a minute. Energy weapons?
Yep.
Which is a 0 plus Dex, which is 1. So it's a 10.
Okay. You probably have your rifle entirely broken down at this point, and you are making your way towards the ladder, just waiting on Lockie to finish his final...
she's going to assist him.
Okay. So I'd say the two of you are both kind of just fussing over the mount, trying to get it properly detached, when you both need to roll me perception checks.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Eh.
That's not bad.
I really have to fix this setup for the computer. That's a
That
6 and a 4 for
is-
me.
That is a 7.
So
Okay. Lucky, you don't notice this, but Catalina, as you're like hastily breaking this down, you hear a very subtle, and then a moment later you see a red dot appear on Lucky's back as he is breaking down this mount, and a moment later you hear the sound of a weapon discharge.
can I push him out of the way?
Are you jumping in the way, or just like trying to push him out?
I mean, bit of both. I don't know. She's just gonna tackle him.
Okay. Roll me strength athletics.
All the rolls. Damn it! I need a better setup. Oh, that is a 6 athletics.
6?
6.
Okay. You push Lucky out of the way, but you fall to where he was.
Oh, that's fine.
What's your armor class right now? 4? Okay.
It's always 4.
Oh yeah, yes, good point. You are hit in the back by a laser rifle.
Ow.
For 7 points of damage.
I can take 7. I can take 7. It's fine.
You can take 7, and Lucky, as you kind of like stagger onto the roof and hear the discharge, your head snaps up and over, and you can see a combat drone whirring down the street, gradually getting closer.
Time to move, Loki. Time to move.
Alright, I want to take a shot as we start to fall back to the ladder.
Okay.
With the mag rifle.
Okay. Please make an attack roll.
I was gonna say, did you want me to do initiative or?
Not at this moment. We'll see how it goes, because it depends how you roll on the attack. Drones are handy, but aren't the strongest.
What's its AC?
Armor class is 5.
Then I got a 23.
Okay. You absolutely hit it. Please roll me some damage.
Been a while since I've used the mag rifle. That is 14 damage.
Okay, it explodes.
Yes. Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. You kind of stagger down, see Kathleen to take a shot, and you're just like, not today. And it just is gone in an instant.
That's not a gun, this is a gun! And then, yeah, basically just gonna, like, because she kind of tackled to the ground, I'm gonna, like, try and grab her by the scruff as I'm getting up and just start lunging towards the ladder.
Okay, the two of you have packed up all your gear and are beating a hasty retreat through the now closed shopping center out to elsewhere.
At the very least, we're going to go into the closed shopping center.
Yes. Him, Dimitri, and Dr. Charles. The three of you have been present but inactive during this kerfuffle, but you have seen the convoy pull over, and a perimeter has been formed around it by no less than 8 armed guards. What are you three doing?
Yes, it is not kerfuffle, it is clusterfuck.
I'm leaving.
At the moment, Charles is hanging out in the corner, sort of like doubled over.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a slight shimmer to him as he's sort of like sitting there concentrating.
Pim,
So-
what did... Yeah? Sorry?
So unless someone says anything, he's going to continue doing that.
Just staying there? What did you say you were doing, Pim? I couldn't quite hear you.
Mikhail, you there?
Hello?
I am leaving. After all, there is no.
You're
Am I not?
You're very quiet, Mikhail.
And you are occasionally cutting out. Oh dear.
Oh
Might
no.
need to reconnect.
Well, he said he was leaving because there was nothing he could do.
Yes.
As
So... Okay. So you are just... Actually, wait a sec.
Give him a second to...
Yes. Okay. Test? Mikhail?
Net is much bad.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
But we can hear you now.
Net is horrible.
Okay.
Maybe just stick to your regular voice for the moment, because you're much more hearable than using Pim's tones.
Okay, so Pim,
Okay.
you are planning
Pim
on
bas-
doing... Yeah. You are leaving?
Pim said that he would leave because if he stuck around, it would look conspicuous.
Okay. So I assume you are heading north away from the
Yeah, away from the wreckage, and then he's going to circle back around to see if he can get closer to the extraction point.
Okay. So Pim begins to walk down the stairs and is leaving. Dimitri, what are you doing?
Good question. If everybody else is leaving, then I shall too. But I don't know. Maybe I put thesis up on the door of the church before I go.
Okay. So you walk up to the door of the church, see Dr. Charles is just kind of like squatting and seems to be like concentrating, and then you just slap a piece of information about the faith, about the Fagin faith. The Fagin faith. The Fagin faith. I
Yeah,
don't forget.
That is right.
The pagan faith. I've been at work today, guys. I'm sorry.
Have you
My
been
brain is
drinking?
I never drank.
Hey, everybody! I think
Maybe you
I
should.
think Eugene has been drinking.
So you leave a manifesto upon the church door, and then go to leave as well.
Duh. Seems like right thing to do when I don't agree with whatever I think this religion is.
It is very. It's a very traditional Islamic faith, with some rather extreme portions of their doctrine being focused on.
I think it needs more ket.
Okay, so
Lots of cat. Cat. Oh no, she does not like it today. We don't play with the cat today. But you are
So-
gonna eat my dice.
So, Dr. Charles, you see your two other friends on the church steps are just walking away from the entire situation.
Walking.
It'd look pretty sus if we were running, wouldn't it?
An explosion just happened. The normal reaction for a civilian is to run.
That seems too complicated.
Not really. The normal
minutes ago.
situation is to flee to safety
Away from the explosion.
and into the temple.
The
Wait,
temple's
No,
closed.
temple door is locked.
Yeah,
So
so
all I can
Unless
do
you
is
have a way of unlocking a giant fucking door.
I'm walking, okay? Deal with it.
okay, you're just walking at a regular pace away, accompanied by Dimitri. Are you gonna go with him, Dr. Charles, or stay put?
Quick question:
Yes.
what is on the other side of the road?
The-
Is it just wall and footpath and nothing else?
It's basically just wall and footpath. There don't appear to be any entries or exits to the building over there. It's like a large office high rise.
No rubbish bins?
There's probably the occasional bin kind of
Or,
intermittently
you know,
spaced
bus stop or something.
Bus stop? No, there would be like a rubbish bin at a certain point along the road.
I was just thinking, you know, I'd go somewhere that's not quite in line of sight with down there, but where I can see the back of the truck.
Okay. Well, if you like go around this corner here, up past the church, you could still have like a line of sight on the back of the truck, even if you're like 130 meters away.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit tight, but you can do it.
So, what I'm going to do is the door in front of me was checked to see if it was open, right?
Yep, it's locked.
Cool. I'm going to place my hand against the lock
Mm-hmm.
and push with telekinesis to try and get into the building so I can escape through the back.
Okay. Well, with your powers, you are able to exert a decent amount of
200
force.
kilograms at the moment.
200 kilograms. So, yeah, you kind of place your hand against like the big like stylized wooden doors and go, and the entire doors just go like, and kind of like shudder from the impact, and you hear like a small crack, and then the doors like bounce back into place.
Does it move
It
when I press it?
it moved in response to your impact, but it is still currently locked. You could try again though. I mean, 200 kilograms of force is basically the equivalent of a rather heavy man slamming himself up against the doors
That's a very heavy man.
to try and break them down. So you think
Force is different.
you think if you applied that force enough times against the door, you could break it down. But at the moment, it's holding strong.
Fuck it, I'm just going to start running north up the street.
Okay. You also begin to beat feet and follow your friends and start running in this direction. As the three of you get to the corner, you can you all roll me a perception check?
Sure. How do I do this?
That's
Double ones.
Oof.
11 plus or minus stuff. Plus 1 for wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 12.
Damn.
I have to go look at my stats. Do I have some? No. 7.
Okay. Pim, you are very much inside your own head. I feel like you might be rehearsing how to act like a human if someone says, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing here?" And just thinking that to yourself. But both Dimitri and Dr. Charles, Dr. Charles first, you hear the rumbling of an engine as a fighter jet does a completely vertical takeoff from the military compound to the northwest of you and begins flying towards the scene.
It's a very slow
We
fighter
need
jet.
to go now. And woof.
Okay, so you just keep on running and are just running.
Yeah. Like I can't see what's down the street from where we are, but
Serious question. What's
Yep.
the distance before I start turning back?
well, it's only been what, a minute, maybe
It's
2.
100 kilometers, you're fine.
okay, cool.
So what is down the street as you're about to turn the corner? There is down that street. There's Probably like shops and things. So like it's probably an intermixture of like the ground floor of buildings being used as like shop fronts for smaller businesses, and then in the floors above there's room for like residences and things like that. So you're just walking down a market street at nighttime, basically.
Right. I'm going to try and stick as close to the buildings as possible.
Okay.
And just keep moving east.
Is there any reaction to the propaganda that's like plastered all across the billboards?
I think the more immediate threat is the railgun that fired upon them. But yeah. So yeah. You three are leaving the scene behind you. Darius, you are in the midst of transferring this information to Primal's core, which has been haphazardly duct taped to one of the drones. The drone technician is standing behind you, kind of feet on the ground, and is looking up and it is looking up at you. And as you are like mid streaming this information to Primal, you feel the like weight distribution on the back of the bed shift, as though someone has just stepped up inside, and you hear from behind you, "Excuse me, sir. What exactly are you doing?"
This truck is now in a hostile war zone. If we don't get this data up now, we'll lose all copies.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this is about to become a war zone.
We have backups. You know this. Why are you... Hang on a second.
Take 2 steps forward and grab him by the throat.
Okay. So you like pivot round and go to grab him. In that moment, he staggers back and reaches for his sidearm. Can you please roll me initiative?
Yep. Alice, you'll have to roll that one.
It is a D8 plus dexterity. Oh no.
A D8?
Yep, a D8.
I think that's a D8. 4.
4?
Plus whatever.
I don't think you have enough pluses to act faster than he does. I rolled an 8.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm fucked.
It's all good. So you like turn around and go to like reach out, but even though this guy is a technician, he has military training and knows and the whole like muscle memory of drawing a pistol and taking aim is pretty heavily ingrained into you. So he pulls out his laser pistol, brings it to bear, and seeing you lunging at him, he takes a shot. What is your armor class at the moment?
Probably pretty...
Okay. Well, I rolled... Yeah.
It's a 4. Well,
It's a 4.
I didn't know
Okay.
coming back here was that good.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I do still hit you. I rolled a 15, and he has a good enough bonus along with your armor class to get a hit. So he squeezes off a shot, and you take 6 points of damage. Rolled max on the die for that pistol, and he just sinks a shot directly into your shoulder as you're like lunging towards him. Your turn.
I'm going to go for a poison strike.
Okay. Now, we have discussed how that works against an unwilling target. Him being in a more defensive position towards you. How does that change things?
Oh shit! I've got to make a,
Punch attack, right?
which is actually probably not worth taking because if he has an armor class above 3, I don't think I can get it.
He's wearing a combat field uniform.
Which is
So no chance. So I'd need to roll. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm actually not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to take the shot and double over and go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Okay.
How far along is the hack proceeding, by the way?
Your download is in progress. Everything is about like in aggregate. Your transfers are around 50%. You've got maybe another minute, half a minute, depending on the connection to get everything.
There's a key in here that's unique. It's only on this server. Jesus Christ, get the med kit.
He is now a bit confused. Can you please roll me persuasion? Because he was sus of you, then you spun around and looked hostile, so he shot you, and now you're behaving like nothing happened.
Double ones. That's getting re-rolled.
Oh, fair enough.
A 6 and a 5. Fucking ace. That's my re-roll though.
Yeah, fair enough.
9 o'clock.
Yep, 9 o'clock. He like sees that you have fallen. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so he is like, why didn't you say anything? This is a very tense situation. You turn around and you lunge at me? What was that about?
I'm sorry, I wasn't explaining myself. Give me the drone control pad. Jesus!
He like reaches up to like his combat vest and like pulls open a pocket, pulls out like a little spray bottle of like sci-fi expandy foam. Is all like, okay, but first things first. He like kneels down and goes to like apply it to your shoulder wound to like staunch the bleeding.
Now I touch his leg and inject a poison.
Oh. Okay, so if the user attempts to inject an unsuspecting victim they are already touching, the attempt is automatically successful. If the victim is wary or in combat, they can only be effective if they are unarmored and the user succeeds in a punch attack roll. Okay,
I'd say he's unwary now, because he's tending to a comrade, or at least he thinks he is.
He, like, in that moment, it was kind of like, oh, okay, so he's going to help. I will have you make me a combat unarmed roll just with 2d6. Because while he's caring for you, he is still in a very tense situation, and you making like a quick grab for him might cause him to do something.
Thankfully, it's not bad. It's an 8, but my combat primitive is -1, so it's a 7.
Wait, no, it's combat unarmed.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
If
that's different.
Yeah, it's a -1 as well, so it's a 7.
Okay, cool. 7. Okay, I rolled low. So in that moment, he is on his guard, but still like goes to reach for you, and as he like takes a knee in front of you, you just reach and like grab him by the thigh and sink your cyberware into his knee. But he needs to make a saving throw, does he not?
Yeah.
A physical effect save must be made, and his physical save. Okay, this may not go his way.
Thankfully, Techies are bad at this.
Yeah, his physical effect save is 16, and I just rolled an 11, so he fails.
Nice.
Can you please roll me a d6 to figure out after how many turns he is going to drop dead?
Yep. 3.
Okay, so he probably also record that you have taken 2 points of system strain.
Yep.
Okay, so he immediately would probably stagger back after only having squirted like a small amount of the foam into your wound, and like looks down at his knee and begins to like his knee starts to like shake and quiver as though he can't as confidently put weight on it anymore. He's like, what the hell? Did you respond at all?
Tackle him and attempt to cover his mouth.
Okay. Please roll me another combat unarmed with your strength. I would say if you're trying to bear him to the ground.
No. Oh, actually.
Or are you trying more like tricksy martial arts move and being dexterous with it?
Actually, I'm just going to go. I'm not going to go for that. I'm thinking about how fucking. Yeah, Darius knows he's on his last play here. He got a single bluff in. He's going to double down and probably go, "Stimulants, get your gun ready. They're coming."
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Yeah, I know
So-
this is like.
To convince him that you grabbing his leg and his leg suddenly hurting weren't
Related.
related.
I rolled a 9, so that's an 11. If this fucking works.
Okay. Good grief.
That
I
look on your
rolled-
face, Ro, was great.
Snake eyes, baby.
Snake Eyes -1.
The poison's already started to affect his brain.
Even with me giving you situational negatives for what just happened.
Oh,
What-
yeah.
Upon hearing what you just said, he panics, like drops to one knee, pivots away from you, and like takes aim up at some potential unknown shooter that may have shot at his leg from like outside the back of the truck.
The back of
'Cause-
the truck open.
Yeah, it's open still.
So it's sitting open. Okay.
Yeah, it's sitting open, and I'd say at this point, because there was the discharge of laser fire, probably one or two of the soldiers in the vicinity have approached, and are probably just yeah, that's like that. So, like at this point, two soldiers have checked their surroundings, rushed up. They poke their heads around the corner and see that Darius, you are on the ground with a shoulder wound, and this techie seems to be like checking his angles for like a rogue shooter. He. This is what you get when I roll 2 once. You literally poisoned him to his face. He doesn't believe that it was you. So, seeing this situation, the two guards or the two soldiers will take cover behind the vehicle. Will bring their rifles to bear, and will also start like scanning the various the varying roof lines of the office building behind the truck to see if they can spot a shooter. And you're just on the ground, seeing in your mind, like second by second, The downloads are getting closer and closer to being completed.
I'm
Lockie.
gonna get
Mhm.
up, grab the med pack, jam it into myself, and start closing the door. And
Okay.
as I pass the guy, I'm just gonna push him slightly to the side and just say, "Take cover."
Okay, so you are going to close the door with the drone inside with you, with primal tape to the bottom. You kind of just like spray this gel into your wound to stop the bleeding, and then just reach and close both the doors behind you, locking you and this techie inside.
Yep.
Okay. I think at that we are going to cut away to Catalina and Lockie.
This is not my
Say, how
best
does
work.
Darius move around? Isn't
This
he
is
in
not-
pain?
I mean,
Like, your pants are on fire. This should be a problem.
to be fair, the way combat works is pretty much everyone in these games can take combat wounds and still move. So I'd be staggering, yeah, sure, but just due to how HP works.
I was making a liar pants on fire joke. I think you missed
Right.
I got it.
Right.
It's all good.
It's
So-
okay.
So, Catalina and Lockie, I'm at this point because I can. I'm going to switch just the two of you over to the shopping center cam. In fact, Lockie, you have been there the entire time. My apologies.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Been a nice view.
So, the two of you have packed down the cannon, and have climbed down the ladder and are now inside the shopping center. It is dark. All of the shops around you have their roller doors pulled down. All of the escalators are stationary because no one's supposed to be in here.
Damn it.
And you are aware, just by the sound of footsteps echoing in the halls, there is potentially at least one security guard on this floor with you. What do you do?
Okay. First of all, can I just say this is the worst time for her to lose her eye implants? Okay.
Don't worry, I have mine.
I know. Second,
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Does Catalina know of any safe houses close to this vicinity?
Safe house close to the vicinity. Roll me a profession, please.
Okay. Oh god, no. That's 5, I think.
You were never told about anything close. The safe houses you have had to use previously were mostly in suburban areas, or at the very least weren't in the city center. You need to travel for at least a few blocks before you get somewhere close to a safe house.
Okay. Next question is, would I know much about the sewers, and would that be a viable escape?
Sewers. Roll me a culture IQ check.
Okay. Is that with intelligence?
Yes, as you are recalling information.
Seven.
7? You probably have used sewers maybe once before. It was not pleasant, and probably it involved a pipe that wasn't much larger than you. So, it's an option, but a very unpleasant and slow one.
And not for me.
I mean,
Hey,
maybe,
it's somewhere we can put the weapons.
Yeah, maybe
Come back later.
You could fit in a locker, and you could probably stash the weapons in there.
Oh well, first problem is to get out of here.
Okay. So you can hear the sound of footfalls as somebody is moving around in the dark.
Loki, I can't see.
Can I switch to night vision and thermals? Like, kind of want to switch to thermals first to see if I can see any outline of someone through the walls, hopefully.
Okay.
And how hot their signature is.
You cycle through to thermal vision, and you probably get like it would take you a bit to properly adjust, but after a few moments of just glancing around, you get a vague spike coming from like where this individual is here on the map. So he is around the corner, and as you like stop and watch, he is making his way closer to this intersection.
Okay. What is the closest exit to our current location?
If you head down this direction and proceed down the stationary escalators to your right, that will take you down to the ground floor if you want. You could also walk across the interior of this overpass and get onto another part of the shopping center that could have stairs down, but you didn't really explore there much when you were here previously.
I feel like Catalina would know the layout of the mall.
Well,
having lived here.
in that direction is a food court, but you would probably know from previous experience that a lot of the food court gets closed off in the evening. So, to you at this point, that way is a dead end.
Where's the car park?
Car park is probably in the basement. So you need to go down to the ground floor and then keep on going down.
Okay, because it'd be locked, but a roller door is a little easier to deal with than other stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Lucky, I cannot see. You have to be my eyes. We need to go not that way. And she'll point behind them.
Alright, car park?
There's down. We can
Alright.
get out through there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'll switch to night vision and just have her hand on my shoulder and just lead at a brisk jog.
I mean, it wouldn't be dead black. I mean, pitch black, but still wouldn't have a great vision.
It's pretty dim. Like, there is light coming from this overpass because there's windows and there's some ambient light coming in, but it's pretty dim. So yeah, are you advancing into the situation like gun up, prepared to shoot, or just like?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What?
You have your mag rifle up and are just like sweeping the area, making sure that you can defend yourself at a moment's notice. And
Lucky,
you
it might be
proceed forward.
better if we just put the guns away and look like maintenance. They're not looking for us, they're looking for someone. If we're too suspicious, we will get noticed straight away.
True, but they shouldn't have anyone in the building just yet. Just the usual security. If we can get past them, we can stash the weapons, and then we can get out looking like mate.
We can stash weapons in sewers, but that's still not in this building, that's outside. Unless there's a sewer entrance in this building.
Probably not one available to the public.
I didn't ask that.
We're maintenance.
You are maintenance. Roll me another culture EQ to see whether or not you would have, in your time here, had means to learn of the sewer entrance in the shopping center. Afraid not. You guess there probably is one, but don't know where in the building one would be. So,
How pressed for time do I feel we are?
as you round the corner and are standing above the escalators, you can see the torchlight of, you assume, a guard hitting this wall coming from around the corner.
Right.
And as you stand above the escalator, you can hear a. It sounds like a very powerful engine is rumbling
Oh, that's scary.
from outside.
Cool. Catalina's gonna quickly send a text message to Sparks.
Okay. Are you doing all this while you're going
Yeah, while
downstairs?
running. She's not gonna stop to do it.
Okay.
And it's gonna be like super, probably spelling mistakes everywhere, but just like,
Mhm.
like sewer entrance in shopping center, emergency help.
Okay. Can the two of you please both make me a luck save as you are descending down onto the
That's a
the second
D20?
floor? D20, yeah.
19.
Okay.
14, so that's a pass.
Okay.
I believe.
You-
Let me just double check. I believe it is. Though.
Okay.
I think it's. Yeah,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
a
it
pass.
is.
I think mine's 14, so you should.
Ours is 11.
Okay.
We're pretty lucky.
Oh, hang on, no, it's my physical or something. That is my luck is 12.
The two of you descend down to the second floor, and as you glance around, you see no immediate. You see no immediate signs of any guards or any activity, and can proceed down further.
I'm gonna, as I go, flip out the compad and call Pim actually.
Okay. So, Catalina, you've sent a message to
Sparks.
Sparks. Weirdly enough, as you are Tim,
Yes.
you are probably a block or two away at this point with Dr. Charles and Dimitri in tow, and your compad begins to ring. It's Sparks.
It's Sparks. Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. I can't talk. I hacked your stuff. I'll apologize later.
Okay.
I'm just checking for some information. You were looking at it more recently than me, so I'm sorry, but this was faster.
Oh,
You
Sparks.
hacked my stuff.
Yes. Catalina and Lockie appear to be in danger. They're in the Eastern Shopping Center. I am checking for an escape route for them. And at that point, Pim, you get a message from Lockie which says,
Why aren't you picking up?
One moment, Sparks. I will have to kill you. Talk to you later.
Okay, so you answer the phone to Lockie then?
Yes, Lucky. How can I help you?
Position compromised. You got a detailed layout of the area. Where's the best evac?
I need your exact location. Can you
We're
please
still in
tell me where you are located?
If
You're on the
Catalina
ground
can
floor
overhear
of
it,
the shopping mall.
if Catalina can overhear it, she'll be like shop number, blah blah blah. Like she'll give a specific
Mhm.
location.
But if you're talking, it's quietly. Also,
It is quietly.
as the two of you are descending further, can you both make me another luck save?
Okay. That one was a 12,
Okay.
which is just a pass.
Catalina?
What do I need? Sorry.
Luck save.
And another luck save.
Oh man, I really have to fix this setup. It'll be different next week, man. It'll be different next week.
Okay.
Oh, I fail.
Okay.
It's a 10.
So, one fail and one success means that there is a guard on this floor, but he is not in your immediate vicinity as you get down to the first floor. You are still at the escalators and can hear the sound of footsteps coming from somewhere else around here.
Okay.
At this
Okay,
point-
based on your exact location, I'm going to map out and send you a plan of action. Here you go.
Okay.
He's going to send what information he remembers.
Okay. Since you were actively investigating points of egress into the sewer and water treatment system, and this mall is surprisingly close to your target, you would actually have this information on hand, which is amazing.
I know it. I know it.
You know it. Okay. There's probably a portion of the of the just basement floor used for parking that is like a cordoned off plant room that has inside it certain utility access points like gas, electricity, sewage, things like that, and that's your best location.
I'm gonna backtrack through what information I could in my memory and send it as a compressed file that will basically give them, I'd say, like a map, but with a line telling them which way to go.
So you do the thing that is done by a shopping center interface where it's, I'm here. Where's the shop I'm looking for? And it just goes, okay.
Literally
here's the
just
path you gotta take.
Literally just downloads the
That's
shopping
literally
interface.
exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah. That's literally what I was trying to do. It's just send them one of those.
So
That's great.
Lockie, your
Personalized
compad
directory.
your compad pings with this like an isometric 3D map of the shopping center that shows you the path you should take down, and like as you're going, about like half a minute later, Catalina, your phone pings with exactly the same information.
Cool.
But
Now,
just,
if you don't,
yeah.
I will need to call Sparks back if you can give me a moment.
All right. Thanks for the help.
I'm gonna call Sparks back.
Okay. What?
You and me are going to have a very detail-oriented talk later.
That's nice.
Oh, Sparks is in
Okay.
trouble.
This man does not know the gravity of the situation he is in.
That's okay.
So,
He's gonna get a good thumping from Catalina later.
So, after Charles and Dimitri, you overheard Pim as he was engaging in this like multi-channel conversation. Anything to add?
Mm,
Oh
Not
yeah,
really.
is Molly still on your shoulder?
Yeah.
So that Charles and Dimitri, you'd know that Sparks hacked into the stuff to do with Pim and probably knows that Pim is an AI.
personally, I would think he fucking possibly worked it out already.
Oh, we told him that you were an AI.
Yeah. You told him you were an
Yeah,
AI.
I told him he was an AI, but hacking into our stuff and going through the information that Pim has, quite different.
Well, you can
Well-
take it up as Max.
Yeah. At the moment, we can't really do anything. We just got to get out of here so that we can actually live to get annoyed by Sparks.
Okay, I was just wanted to know for sure that Charles and Dimitri were annoyed and not just meh.
It depends on what
Okay.
information's on that thing. Like, what were you working on, and was part of it like my medical research?
Yes, because you used the supercomputer to do it.
Then yes.
Okay.
Now it's personal.
I'm going to ask Molly to. Molly, that fighter pilot up there in the aircraft, it's kind of annoying me with, like, it's noisy. Like, can you make it go to sleep?
Make him go to sleep. He's a bit out of range. If we can get closer, I think I can try.
No, I think he might come closer.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Like at this point, the fighter craft that was near you has like carried on going and is hovering near the shopping center.
Because how far away is that to me?
To you, since you've gone a few blocks, I'll just check my other map.
Because I didn't really.
It's all good. If you've gone like one or two blocks on foot, then it's probably about, as the crow flies, about 200 meters. If you walk it, it's about 260 to 300 meters. So if you like hoof it, you could get Molly in range in like under a minute, maybe around a minute.
So, hang on. Where have I moved to?
So
Can you change my view?
were you were you intending to just like keep on walking away, or were you staying on that
No,
corner?
I was actually staying to watch the back of the truck in case Darius needed assistance.
Okay, never mind then. So, Pim and Dr. Charles probably kept on going, and you took behind. Were you intending to like try and intercept this craft as it was near you? Because you could have tried that too.
Yes.
Okay, so backtrack a little bit. Catalina and Lockie may not have ended up hearing the fighter craft, depending on what happens here. So as you glance over your shoulder and you see like Pim and Dr. Charles bring into a run, you glance across the street, see the convoy, look up, see this like looming fighter jet going, and you say, "Hey Molly, shall we?" and she goes, "Oh boy, he's in range. Let's do it." And so the pilot is going to make a mental effect save. He rolled a 5. So he is at the stick of a fighter pilot, being like,
I feel like we'll hear it just a little bit louder.
yes.
Different sounding.
So the fighter is not here. Oh. Wait, there we go. I will bring us back across to this map. So the fighter had gone for like a full vertical takeoff and was going like across the city. It made it to probably here, kind of like weaving somewhat through the streets. And then you just said, "Hey Molly, make him go to sleep."
Psst, you need to change my view.
Okay. Just
Yeah, I'm looking at the Twitch stream to be.
Back to there. So, the fighter pilot. I'm gonna have. I'm gonna roll a d8 just to see where this fighter pilot kind of subconsciously allows the vehicle to go as he passes out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he kind of like veers forward and to the right of him, which is into this building. So I know based on how people build skyscrapers it's a wall of glass with the actual structural members offset by like a meter to a meter and a half. So what happens is the pilot collides with the side of the vehicle, probably causes one of the slabs that forms the floor to crack and give out, and probably just ends up very abruptly and roughly landing the vehicle in the side of the building. At which point, he would probably wake up and be like, and then see that his craft is just embedded in a wall.
Good times, great classic hits.
That's gonna wake up half the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of propaganda for them to see. Oh, this is exciting. I'm so excited.
I believe I can fly.
He thought he could fly when he took off, yes.
I believe I could touch the sky. The resistance starts now. Well, yeah.
So,
pretty much.
more likely, so, like, as you're standing there, can you make me a physical effect save, please, Dimitri?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can remember what my stats are for this. Do. 20. I got 19 on the dice.
Okay.
14.
So you have the sense of mind as you cause the crash to take several large steps back as sheets of glass of various size begins to like cascade out of the impact and just start to shower down onto the floor along with pieces of debris. But you're more or less safe from the splash zone. Pim and Dr. Charles, you would absolutely be able to see what just happened there, and are probably in range to glance down and see Molly perched on Dimitri's shoulders, like head held high with a pair of antennae just up.
And it'd be I basically just like put my hand in my head and I'm like, yes, the mission will be quiet. That's why I used regalia to make it so that we could sneak in. Yes, quiet. Fucking idiot. And I keep running.
Can I just add that Pim will probably also be mumbling next to Charles, going, "Yes, look after civilians. We need to be moral and not hurt people who don't need to be hurt." Next minute, destroys building with railgun, crashes jet into building. Who knows? Maybe I should just let off a grenade.
No grenades.
It was sarcasm.
I know, but seems like the only two people we sense around here is you and me at the moment.
Oh, that's a compliment. Well, I'll take it. We should probably hurry.
Run in. Okay, so that happens. Catalina and Lucky, you make it down to the
Basement level?
basement level.
Yeah.
Yes, of this shopping center. And are probably confronted by a very easily bypassable door. Like it's like one of those like just regular like motion sensor doors. So if you walk up to it, it's just apply pressure.
Oh, dude,
force it
every
open.
one of them has an emergency open button.
That too. Yeah,
Like,
so
actually legit, there's just a button you press and it goes,
Yeah.
whoop!
you approach the door, press the emergency open button, and pass through. You can see kind of towards the center of this floor, like a variety. Actually, I'd say there's maybe one or two cars in your immediate vicinity. Probably somebody parked here and didn't come back in time to get their car out before it closed. But
Catalina's so tempted to hotwire a car.
I was gonna say, what kind of cars are we talking about here? Is there anything nice?
Roll me a D100, please, Lucky.
A sports space car.
Actually,
Mint
Alice, do you want to
condition.
roll it?
Me? You sure you trust
Yes.
me to roll?
Rory, I sent you a series of messages that on your initial reading, your response is going to be no fuck off. But can you read it through to the end?
I have
Because-
seen. I have seen them coming in. I am going to get back to what's happening with Darius as soon as I figure out where Catalina and Lucky are going.
25.
Yeah,
Okay.
more just with that. It would be
Oh,
interesting.
good. I will keep an open mind until the end. Don't worry. Okay, 25.
Yes.
I'm gonna say there is a small red hatchback, like a quite simple small punchy vehicle, and a more beaten up sedan that's about 10-15 years old. Neither of the vehicles are especially exciting, but they both seem decently functional.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How electronic and self-working are these cars?
These cars are all absolutely powered by batteries. They're all electric cars in this time period,
Yeah,
and,
but-
and on the level of the planet.
How much are they run by technology and how much are they run by the driver?
Well,
Could I ask someone to hack one as a decoy? Like, would that be a feasible thing?
hacking a car. Well,
Like a Tesla?
if we consider the fact that current technology is working on
I've done it, so
on-
they should be able to do it.
on self-driving cars, I've seen the inside of Teslas. I will say yes because that sounds awesome.
Okay. Lucky, I have an idea.
Hmm?
Get Pim on the line and ask him to hack a car and tell me what he needs.
Will do. Looking at the cars, is there either of them big enough in the boot for me to potentially set up, not necessarily the railgun, but like be able to sit back there and, if needed in a chase, fire out properly? decent
the
vantage point.
We're not taking the cars,
Rear
Lucky.
flank mount position.
We're decoying with
The-
the cars.
the sedan would be too awkward, but the hatchback, if you fold down the two back seats of the hatch and open the back door all the way, you could just sit in there with a gun and just fire out the back of the car pretty easily.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll get Pim on the line again.
Okay. Pim, your phone rings once again as you're like angrily muttering about grenades. Lucky.
Hello, yes. Did you find the way out?
We're in the basement now. Do you reckon you could hack a car remotely?
Remotely, it is possible, but I would have to connect to it. You'd have to get into the car and hotwire it some. I need to be able to access its electrical system using your compad.
No problem. I'm on it.
I'm just going to toss my compad to Catalina and then basically just do a little perimeter scout to make sure that we're fairly safe down here.
Hey, Catalina, roll me tech post tech. Lucky, roll me tactics.
Can I assist with the post tech? Because I'm in her ear.
I don't think
Yes,
I'll
you
need
can.
it.
What did you roll? The
10. Post-tech.
nice. Yep.
11 on the tactics.
11
Okay.
with intelligence.
Fuck me, a 2 and a 1.
As a 12.
Okay.
Or a
I've
dexterity, it's
tried to
12.
Okay, so you begin to talk Catalina through trying to break into a car. As you're like breaking it down, Catalina has already produced from her pocket a meta tool and has just like jimmied the lock and opened the door.
Catalina used to hotwire and break into cars for fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is her pastime.
Yep. The car door has been unlocked, and you just lie with your back flat on the driver's seat, like punch up near the steering wheel and pull out a series of wires because that's always how
Yeah, that's how
wiring
that
car
works. Zink, zink.
Now, well, fair enough. Just connect one wire, if you can, into the cinching port of the compad.
Yeah, I'd say with your 10, you were able to break into the car and just connect the compad.
I
to the
rolled a
system.
12, actually.
12. Yes, even better. You are able to do that. Pim, can you please make me a computers roll as you're running? You're like, okay, this is a problem, and then you hear your inbuilt mental compad go connected. Random car.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice. Don't fuck with me this time. Wowee, 4 and a 6.
Okay. You have established a connection to this vehicle. It will only last for a certain amount of time unless you try and hack again. So you can either try and hack again when you're trying to do the thing, or you can do it now. So what do you do?
That's a 12 on the dice, so I'm gonna hack it and take control.
Okay.
And I will
You're gonna
tell.
have to, because my brain is the compad in this case, I'm gonna have to tell Charles to run over. Charles, you're gonna have to go without me. I need to stay still so that I can operate the car through my mental compad.
Catalina will have expressed to Lockie and Pim her idea.
To use the car going crazy as a decoy.
To make them think that we're escaping, rather than
Okay.
using
So-
other means.
See,
I should ask, which of the two cars did you hack? The hatch or the sedan?
Whichever has more tinted windows.
I'd say the sedan.
There we go.
Okay.
Please place the camera of the compad on the dashboard so I can see.
That's smart. Okay. Lockie, I'm going to wipe your phone.
Okay, we
So-
go through those things like candy.
Yeah. Okay. So as all this is happening, Lucky, you are just like scoping the area, trying to ascertain tactical vantage points. Being in the basement, your main entrances are the one you just came through. There is a second entrance also from the shopping center, kind of in the opposite corner, and to the rear of both of those is a ramp that leads out. There is a roller door that is shut over over the exit, and you'll probably have to persuade that open to get out. In terms of cover for engaging in combat, because you're in the basement, there's a lot of decently chunky pillars around that you could take cover behind to take shots from if need be.
Next, Catalina will work on the roller door. I presume there is a way for it to manually override.
Say, probably there's an override, but it probably requires you to like approach it and be all like, okay, let's press some buttons.
She'll do that.
Okay, so
Lucky, watch my 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a way to actually bar the foot entrance that we came in from, in case security tries to come around.
You start looking around. Your best option is a series of shopping trolleys that have been left in the underground car park for the evening.
Won't do much, but it will do.
Okay, so
stack them up in front.
You're starting to wrangle shopping trolleys. Catalina is running over to the roller door to try and get it open. That's happening. Darius, I'm going to read what you've written to me now. I apologize, but it's
no, it's fine. It's a long one,
okay,
and it's bonkers. This is stupid territory of crazy things. Rory's eyes. I mean, like, it's justifiable to a degree.
Brain processing.
Rules of improv. Yes, and you can certainly try.
All right. That's fair.
Oh, God. If anyone's playing bingo, I'm doing a heckin' bamboozle. Okay, Darius. So, back to the scene of exactly what was going on with you. I will bring Alice Cam over as well, for just in case things come up. But it's mainly just a theatre of the mind. So at this point, as you have closed the door and sealed you and the techie in, it's been about 2 turns. You glance back to this individual who was like only just lowered his gun, and you look down and think to yourself, "Wow, this man has 6 seconds to live."
I sort of straighten up a bit and check how we're going on the download.
You're at about 75%.
All right. I'm going to start writing the first one.
Okay, so you pay absolutely no attention to this man, who, as you're walking past him back to the console, he turns and says, "Wait, what do you? What?"
5, 4, 3, 2.
And he just collapses onto the floor, frothing at the mouth, black veins up his neck.
He expires.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start by writing a short message, which I give to Primal to explain what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attempt Act 1.
Okay. Yep, you are composing a hack. Have you got any line shots?
I believe I'm carrying 2.
Okay, if you
confirm.
If you want Hack 1 to work to its fullest effect, you will have to place a line shunt on that device.
Yes, I've got 2 left, so I will place the line shunt on it.
Okay. You place a line shunt. Please roll me a computer's roll for Hack 1.
5 and a 3. So, Maths Brain, 8, 12.
That is easy enough to accomplish with your skills. I'm just gonna. Yep. You have the device set to do what you want it to.
Okay, I unlock the door so that it can just shove open the door when it
Okay.
leaves.
Cool. So it's hanging ever so slightly ajar.
Yep. I stick the second line shunt on the server that I'm writing
Mm-hmm.
and begin hack 2.
Okay. Please roll me a computer's roll.
5 and a 6, so that's an easy win.
Mm-hmm. You have the server rigged up to do whatever you want it to do. Okay. It's taken you about half a minute, and the download is nearing completion. You hear... You probably, at this point, hear the sound of panic as a fighter jet impacts the side of a building outside.
I'm going to send a mass text out and says, I fucked up. Don't think we got the firepower to get me out of this one. And complete hack 3.
Okay. Please roll me.
Oh, fucking ace. 4, 5, 6. So it's a 5 and a 6 plus 4. Puts it at 15.
Okay. So, considering what you're attempting, can you please roll me a luck save?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alice.
Why do you guys
Appropriate.
trust me with these things?
Actually, let's be fair. Tech save.
Yeah, you know what? Exactly right. A tech save is very appropriate here.
13?
It's a 9 for my tech.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a pass.
That is a pass. But you know what? Since you have reminded me that a tech save exists, I will also ask for a luck save.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at what you've asked of me, and I am performing all the checks and balances.
Oh, that's a pass too.
No, it's a 6.
Is it a 6 or a 16?
Well, it was kind of cocked, so that's up to Rory if I can reroll that.
You can reroll a cock die.
Okay. 13.
12. I make it.
Okay. Dimitri,
Duh.
you are standing on the corner of this city block, looking at the carnage being wrought. Can you roll me a perception check?
Don't know. Okay, I saw using before went. 8.
Okay. You are standing there, kind of like brushing concrete dust off your shoulders as the debris begins to settle, and keeping an eye on things. And you see just a glint of something occur. You see a flash of light, as though a light beam from somewhere reflects off something as it takes off from the back of the lorry, its door hanging open ever so slightly and flying up and away. So as soon as this like glint of light is maybe 5 meters up, the entire vehicle explodes.
Oh dear.
The guards and other soldiers keeping watch around the vehicle are sent flying and clattering to the ground as pieces of tech debris, errant scraps of metal, and flaming corpse, as the techie was still in there, start to fall around them. And this speck of light, as you track it in the air and it comes further towards you, it is made out more clearly as a drone. It gets to a decent altitude and is just flying away south.
Okay. Molly.
Yeah?
Is in the truck. Can you detect that is?
He's pretty far away. Can you get closer?
Well, duh, we can get closer. We have to pretend to help these people.
Okay. So you go and run down the street to be the Good Samaritan.
Ah.
Once you get to about heck, I don't know. Please roll 20, please. Not like this. Okay, we're good. So you get to about like here, like ish, and like you like run across the street past the various debris. You get to here, and you hear in your head, Molly says, "Wait, stop!" And you stop, and you hear Molly say, "Oh, he didn't make it."
Don't care. I have to get closer.
Okay, you keep on running. As you get to the corner, there are the immediate sense of urgency to guard the vehicle has abated. The immediate instinct is recover personnel and retreat. The soldiers around are picking up fallen comrades, especially those who were in the immediate vicinity and were hit by the blast, and are packing them into the back of the two Hummers, and are doing their best to prepare to roll out ASAP and get away from what's clearly a very dangerous situation right now.
Do they turn me away?
So if you like run all the way up, what do you say as you approach them?
I say, I hear explosion. Like, is everybody okay? Is there anything I can do to help?
Seeing you, one of the soldiers is just like pushing one of his injured buddies into the back of the vehicle. He says, "Hello, civilian. I recommend you get clear of this area. This is unsafe. We have the situation under control." You can tell.
Sure? Like,
you can tell. You can tell he's lying easily from his tone. He doesn't think
it's okay to be. Wait, maybe I should. It is okay to be scared. Like, I've been in combat situations before. Like, is there anything I can do to help? Like, medical or something?
Roll me a perception check.
What is that number? That's 6. 7.
Okay. 7. You like with this brief interaction talking to him so far, you get the impression that this kid is like, or this soldier you're talking to is maybe 19, 20 years old. He is not long. Well, he has not been long in this military and is a bit rattled. And as you like,
very green.
As you like propose help, he says, "Have you got experience in first aid?"
On my planet, you have to, because there is like not much in the way of hospital.
He just says, "Screw it. All hands on deck. Yeah, come on, jump in." So
where am I jumping into? The back of his van,
yes.
In the Hummer. Okay.
Yeah. So he basically puts you in the back of the Hummer with two blast damaged soldiers who are currently actively bleeding. As you jump in, he like pulls a med kit from like the rear bulkhead, like puts it in your lap, and then jumps into the front seat and goes to leave.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. I'll be appropriate with this. Does that work? Do the thing.
Do the
There
thing.
we go. There we go. Nice and crispy. The entire vehicle.
That's not looking safe at all.
As this drone just flies away, so yeah, all these guards just pile into their respective vehicles, you in the back with them. They pull away and just leave the scene with you in the back of the vehicle with them. Can you please roll me tech medical? If you're attempting first aid on these men.
3.
Okay. You don't make it too much worse, but you are kind of struggling in the moment to actively make things better. You're kind of just panicking, going like, "Oh, what is?"
Can you slow down? Swerving all over the road does not make it easy for me to apply bandages and shit.
We get to safety first. Do what you can.
Are we not safe in this military vehicle? Point, it is quite tough.
They fired a rail gun. What do you want from me?
What the hell is going on in this city?
I don't know.
Okay, just drive straighter or something.
The vehicle keeps on going away, and it seems like it is driving from this military compound to another one. Catalina and Lucky.
That is better. 8.
Catalina, can you please roll me tech post-tech as you approach the roller door? Yep.
Intelligence?
Yes.
11.
And can you please roll me a luck save?
Okay. Nope. That's a 5. I think that's the first luck save I've ever failed.
Okay. You are standing at the roller door, feeling quite accomplished at yourself that you have managed to get this thing open. It's beginning to slowly trundle up, and you have a means of escape at the moment. But you realize too late that you didn't disconnect an important sensor, and
the alarm.
There's now a blinking light on the console. Lucky, you are actively piling up trolleys and things at this entrance, and as you're doing that, you see a dark silhouette around a corner, compad in hand, casting a shadow on his face. He stops, he sees you, and he goes to reach inside his jacket for something. What do you do?
I'm gonna aim my gun at him and just hands in the air.
Please roll me.
Threaten him.
Yeah. Please roll me persuasion with strength. I suppose it is an appropriate stance for that.
That is an 8 on the dice. My persuasion is a -1, but my strength is a +1, so it's 8.
Okay. So you are reaching for your gun, being all and he. It's possible that he can't see you clearly, or he doesn't really want to take a chance with the situation. You don't know quite what is going through his head, but his motion into his jacket continues. He produces a laser pistol, and he holds it up to you and says, "No. You put your hands up."
What the fuck kind of kid is this? As soon as a laser pistol comes out, I'm pretty sure Lockie would just blow his fucking head off.
I was going to say, the moment he continued his motion, I would have fired it to try and disable his shoulder or something.
Okay. So you make an attack roll. They have an armor class of 7.
Oh. I hit.
You're being mugged, kid. No, you're being mugged.
I was going to say an armor class of 7. It's pretty hard for me to miss.
Yeah. You hit. Okay. Please roll damage.
I don't want to roll low. Alice, can you roll? Because I want to roll low.
You want to roll low?
I don't want to kill the guy.
Rude!
Disable.
What damage is it?
2d8 + 2.
That's definitely going to roll low.
It's the only
is the
gun
one
I
time
said that
you
I
roll
brought with me.
max.
The only other weapon I brought with me was my pistol, which does the same thing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Security guard.
Alright, well everyone pray for ones.
Well, he doesn't.
The one
he
time
wants
I'm
to
gonna
take
roll double 8s or something.
he's trying to do the Batman
It's a
approach
7
where
and a
he
what?
disables them.
3. That's 10 plus
So-
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. He brings his pistol out. As soon as you see it, he gets out the words "No, you," and
You
He's
shoot
just-
him in the face.
he's just shot center mass in the chest. Very
Oh, I
heavy
definitely
impact.
shot for the shoulder. I got a good roll.
You got a good roll. Okay, sure. You hit him in the shoulder. He kind of like staggers over backwards, falls to the ground, and is not moving very much anymore.
Takes
Yeah,
out
I
his
mean,
shoulder
like-
and half his ribs.
You can shoot not to kill, and he could
Like,
just
what
pass
the
out.
fuck did he think was gonna happen?
Alice, if you get, even with low caliber pistols in modern day, if you get hit in the shoulder, there's a chance that you die.
I know. There's
Yeah,
some
but
pretty
we run
serious
off
stuff in the
HP here.
shoulder.
Yes, and he has like 8.
He's
Or had.
definitely dead, Chris. He's dead!
It's a common guard. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Flat.
I knew I should have brought a smaller caliber weapon.
I should have left my
He's like,
stun
"Bring
gun
that a
with
fucking pea shooter."
Lucky.
Never has Lockie had that thought before. I should have bought a smaller gun.
He will now.
No, he won't. Don't
No,
lie to yourself.
he definitely will. This is not how he wanted things to go down.
This is not how any of us wanted this to go
He,
down.
I'm gonna actually run over and check his body to see
Okay.
if he is dead.
So
You're gonna lose
you,
body, Josh.
you
Monster.
you vault over the chest high pile of trolleys you were assembling. You went over. He is currently actively bleeding out. You don't think he is long for this world.
I'm gonna slap a Lazarus patch on him. I have one.
Okay, please roll me a tech medical.
Oh shit.
It's
like it's harder next time.
since this just happened, I believe you just have to roll a 6 to succeed.
Yes.
Okay. I rolled a 6, but I have a -1.
Okay,
Is,
unfortunately,
what's it use? I assume
It use-
intelligence.
yes, it's intelligence.
Yeah, which is 0. So fuck.
So-
Damn it.
You bend down, pull out the patch, kind of like peel off the interior tape and like pull open his shirt, apply it to his shoulder. You're having a hard time positioning it right, and he kind of just looks up at you and is like, just dies in front of you.
Trying to earn money to support his family, and you go and shoot him.
You could have knocked him out, man.
How? I don't
You
have a
could have
weapon for
thrown
it.
the gun at him. Like, fuck.
No, with
So,
Loki, that would still kill him.
so
It's true.
Pim, if you can prepare another.
Can you
and-
give me a moment? I'm lost.
if you can prepare another gravestone for.
I'm already on it.
Hey!
Yep. For Ilyas Issa.
Hey, to be fair, this is the only one that he knows that he's killed. Um,
What episode is it?
62. So at this point, Catalina, you have the roller door open. You saw that the blinky light, and as you turn and look across the car park, you see the flash of rifle fire, and then hear the sound of somebody vaulting over a shopping trolley.
Catalina bolts for it. Oh, bush moi. And
I'm
like
gonna.
runs over.
Sorry. I'm gonna just whisper a quick thing to him of just go now in peace to a better place, and then just get up and start rushing back over, and just yell to Catalina, "We gotta go now!"
What happened?
You look past him and can see the body and a pool of blood growing larger beneath it.
He tried to be a cowboy. Let's go.
Catalina pops the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't leave him lying there, shit as it is. Come on. and
Better
put him
for
in
him
the
if he can
truck.
if his body can be left with his family.
I mean, I was gonna put him in the getaway car so that when they eventually run down the car, they'll find the body. I mean,
They
Okay.
might blow up the bloody car.
that's fair. All right, never mind. There's been quite a number of explosions. You know what? Let's just get out of here. Okay, let's get out of here, and
At
I'll
least
go
this
and
way it looks like
follow the
terrorist attack.
instructions.
Okay, so you have a decoy car. Is your way out the sewers?
Yes.
Okay. So you follow the instructions. Please make me another tech post-check roll to jimmy the lock and get into the plant room.
Okay.
Catalina?
That's a post-it?
Yep.
10.
Yep. Easily done. It's a simple lock. You insert your metal tool and select the right attachments. Snap it open, and you swing open the chain link fence that secured this room. It takes you not much time at all to find a large grate in the floor that's maybe 2 feet wide.
She's gonna lock everything up behind them as well.
Okay.
Done.
Oh my god. Oh. Bad at the game, chicken. Oh.
Oh
So-
dear.
So the two of you are standing above a grate that gets you into the sewers. What do you do?
Okay, Lucky. This is where it gets fun. You ready?
Not sure you understand the concept, but alright.
It was joke. Let's go. It's not going to be fun, by the way. It's nasty down there. Stinks like shit, literally.
So they've opened the shutters, yeah?
We're gonna pull up the grate and let ourselves in.
Okay, you one at a time lower yourselves down into the sewers.
And our equipment.
Once you get down there, there's maybe a 6 foot by 6 foot small room that you're inside, and that is still currently maybe ankle to halfway up the calf, deep in a muddy liquid.
Excrement!
And you look down and can see that you'll both need to basically drop down to your bellies and commando crawl through a smaller pipe that's sticking out of the
I
wall.
came
of the
prepared
area
for this.
now.
I'm putting on my
Unique Mr. Hanky.
I'm putting on my Atmo filter.
Yeah.
It appears to me they're up some sort of creek without a paddle.
Okay, Loki. Do you want to push or do you want to pull? We have to get the weapons through there somehow.
Tie him off to me and I'll go first. The way I
Okay.
can drag him from behind me.
And I will push
Okay.
the rear.
You loop a rope through the handles of both cases and tie it off to your belt, and then start just commando crawling through the sewers with the occasional splash of the muddy water on you as you go. This is not a pleasant experience for either of you, but it will get you somewhere that isn't here.
It will get us to safety. By the way, before they go into the sewers, sorry, she would have texted Pim and said, alright, have fun.
Okay, Pim, you have been given the signal.
Vroom vroom!
Okay.
The way is clear.
The engine of this sedan roars into life, and you can immediately take the vehicle out to the open roller door up and onto the streets. While no one has been paying active attention to the surface, as the vehicle squealy wheels out of the inside of the car park, you can see that a variety of other military vehicles have positioned themselves around the scene. as this was the location where a very large weapon was fired from. So there's a few first responders, some military personnel piling out of Hummers and are just assessing the scene, and you just squealy wheel out of the car park. Where are you going?
I'd like to make a big scene, so I'm going to drive towards the crash sites that, where everything got buggered up in the first place.
Okay, so you drive out, do like two, 3 donuts, and then start driving west along the road towards where the vehicles were.
Beep, beep, motherfucker!
Can you please roll me vehicle ground?
Okay, I'm not really good at this. Apparently I am. That's 2 6s.
Okay. A part of your brain just makes you think, I was meant to be a race car driver, and you start,
I have a need for speed.
and you just start squealing wheeling down the road. You probably didn't have time to rig up like a reversing camera, but you can probably see or hear through the camera feed of the phone on the dash the sound of vehicles in pursuit. So yeah, you have no view behind you. Actually, wait. It's a compound.
It probably has a reverse cam.
Yes, it's a compound that has a forward-facing and rear-facing camera. So you hacked into it, can just switch the feed to be facing backwards, and you have like a not great view out at the rear view at the back window, but you can see that there's two Hummers giving chase.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn left and go down that very same street that we started on.
Okay. And are you gonna aim for the burning lorry?
I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna aim for the burning lorry. I'm actually gonna turn left and actually go down the way they were that the railgun fired from.
You just came from there.
Oh really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Very well. Then I'll head back and I'll head around towards the military facility.
Oh, so you're driving to the military complex?
Well, near it. I want to give them a good show.
Okay. Well then, hang on a second. I will move your and Alice's perspective onto the like full map. I will show you exactly where you're starting from. And,
Brum brum.
Brum brum.
And
Little blue sedan.
And you can draw me the route that you have taken. You started like here from this shopping center complex.
Yeah, all right. I'll continue it for you.
Okay. So you drive up the road. It's nighttime, and with your amazing roll, you are able to evade the occasional other vehicle, including other Hummers. Oh my god! So. What? So you.
I wanted to do donuts, okay?
Couple of wheelies.
Okay, so you basically retrace the path that the convoy was meant to be taking. I think once you get to out the front of this military complex and start actively doing donuts, one of the Hummers is probably going to just try and ram you.
Okay.
And just like force you to collide with a building so that you stop doing what you're doing.
I'm just gonna leave the accelerator on. I don't have to worry about whiplash right now.
I mean, you. I'm gonna have to ask you to roll another like vehicle land roll to see if you want to evade, if you can.
It's not as good as the first one. It's still pretty good though. That brings it up to a total of, is it with dexterity?
Yes.
So it would be 8.
Okay. Well, I only rolled a 3, so this Hummer like tries to stop you, but doesn't time it right. So it pulls forward, like wheels misses you, but since you're doing donuts, you keep on donutting. The rear of the Kyrin slams into the Hummer. You can still drive, but
as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm driving a sedan.
and then I assume you just take off.
Yeah.
Okay, you just drive away as fast as you can, and this Hummer and a variety of other ones
I'd
give
like
chase.
to add that while this is happening, Pim is sat cross-legged against the wall in the street.
Just being like, I am driving a car, and I am almost a kilometer away.
Yeah, pretty much.
On a quick note,
Yeah.
Charles.
Yes. What has he been doing? Because Pim stopped. Dimitri stayed behind. Have you continued to go somewhere else?
I would have stopped running and basically fallen to my knees the moment Darius died.
That
because
is a
my
very.
connection to him would have stopped.
So we need to line up the timeline somewhat, because things have kind of been happening in more of a chaotic way. So basically, Darius and his shenanigans did take a few minutes. Catalina and Lockie were panicking and rushing and doing everything pretty damn quickly in the grand scheme. So I'd say I actually quite like the artistic juxtaposition of just as Pim begins his joyride and squealy wheels out of the back of the car park and goes away, you feel your connection to Darius just go. And considering that you're probably not too far away, you probably feel the rumble of the explosion that occurs at basically the same time.
Yeah. And I made a mental effects save to see
How you feel?
how it would happen, or just.
Oh no.
And yeah, he basically just fall around.
You just fall to the ground. Are you crying? Are you screaming?
It's more an unfettered rage.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Because he couldn't be there. He knows he can't save him. He's far too far away to make it there and try and save him.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have the pre-tech sheath anymore, so...
Yeah.
Having fun there, Pim?
Lots.
Yeah, Pim. The car explodes.
Okay. But I just got up to 6,000 meters.
Yes, and while it did take them a while, the military compound you were showboating right next to brought one of their anti-vehicle turrets to bear and blew your car up as you were doing very predictable donuts around a pond. So, Pim, your connection to the compound breaks. You regain your composure, and I imagine not far from you is just Dr. Charles, on his hands and knees, in a great deal of distress.
Charles, are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
I just sort of take a moment.
Charles?
Darius is dead.
But you can fix him, right?
Not this time.
If you can fix him, how do we get him back?
Unfortunately, Pim, there is no getting him back. I do not have the power to bring back someone that died that way. Not at the
Alice,
moment.
can you roll a d20, please?
Uh-oh. That's a 12. Is that acceptable?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's gone then.
My power dropped out as I heard a rumble in the distance, so my guess is yes. For now, we need to get back to base and try to figure out what we're doing from there.
I. And his echo is going to power down.
Okay. So, Pim just sitting there as you're just feeling absolutely horrible. He just goes, So, to bring this session to a neat, concise close, Lockie, Catalina, the two of you are crawling through a sewer pipe, dragging and shoving high-grade weaponry, trying to get as far away from the scene of this crime as you can. Dimitri, you are in the backseat of a military vehicle, driving to somewhere to lend aid to fallen and injured soldiers. Pim, you are engaging in some very serious and much-needed self-reflection. And Dr. Charles, you have a lot of thinking to do and may need to help your friend get elsewhere. As all of this happens, every single one of your compads, those that are still surviving, ping simultaneously. An automated message has rung out from the government. The city is being placed under lockdown. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, I don't know what that feels like.
Like
Fuck, we're going to have to wear masks.
Lockdown.
we're about to be the bastards who break lockdown.
I already went over 6,000 meters. If I go outside of the 5Ks, I'm in danger.
What? Never mind.
Don't worry. The car traveled 6,000 meters before it got blown up.
Yeah, it's 6 kilometers.
I know.
That's what confused me.
Okay, everybody. I hope you had a good time.
Sure.
Can I just quickly ask the
Yes.
soldiers in the car? Can I be like, was anybody in the truck? Like, it kind of went bang. Like, what the fuck?
The soldiers in the truck said, yes, there was the driver and two technicians. No one could have survived that blast, though.
I fuck. Okay.
And they keep on driving. Okay, guys, we've got a 3-way party split. Everybody's all over the place. I need to figure out what's going to happen with you guys next time. But this heist went about as well as I expected. I could not be more pleased. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Alright, well, that was,
Yeah. It wasn't quite as, like, gunfight, pew pew boom boom high octane, but I still think a lot of important character moments happened in the panic. Like,
I
especially
had a feeling something might happen tonight, so I went and bought myself some depression ice cream. So at least I've got that.
I have some too. I bought some Ben and Jerry's.
There was,
So did I.
there
I
was,
was like,
yeah.
sorry?
Unfortunately, there was no way I was getting out of that one.
you were surrounded by like half a dozen to a dozen highly trained military personnel.
The thing is, I could have got you out, but you needed to be elsewhere.
Yeah, but what was they'd already caught on. The moment I step outside the truck and launch the drone, they were going to open fire on me.
Well,
Right.
this was why I was watching the back of the truck, but other things.
Things occurred, including you scuppering a very expensive fighter
I
jet.
expected something else, to like everybody to go, "Oh, what the fuck?" and come running down the street, but that didn't happen.
They were given very strict orders to guard this truck.
They did a
their
very
lives.
terrible job at their job.
Mm.
I need to design Darius a gravestone.
Oh!
That might be my job.
Darius Shivani, episode 1 to 106, episode 1 to 62. His quote: "Go big or go home."
And
went
he
out in
went
Molotov
big.
fashion. He went out in an explosion.
Yeah,
drone.
yeah. Classic.
It's gonna
Well,
look
he
back,
didn't disappoint.
Classic Darius.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Oh my god, you guys. Shall we raid somebody?
Yes!
Yes. Who are we going to raid?
Dunno, you guys tell me.
Wisdom Saves is playing Dungeons and Dragons. Nerds of the West are playing The Last Spell, whatever that is. Polish
James
Scripted
Thomas
is
is
playing
saying it
Dungeons and
takes two.
Dragons.
Temencrawl is playing Planet Zoo.
And Decipher is playing League of Legends. Let's not watch that. No League of Legends.
This is how I picture Chris as Darius having left.
Hang on.
Is that Independence Day? Hello, boys, I'm back. Return suicide gif. What?
Hello, boys. I'm back.
It's Well, we're on Yakuta. I think it's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not wrong.
Make with the raid. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, let's do wisdom saves. We haven't done them in a while.
Good plan. Let's do it.
And starting the raid at 10. Woohoo.
Everybody, we will be back next week for the further terrifying adventures of the Crew of the Club Molotov. See you then. Bye.
At 8 o'clock again next week?
At 8 o'clock again, yes.
Good night, y'all.
All that drama packed into 2.5 hours.
Good night.
Good lord.
So we've
Jesus
raided
Christ.